Hi, this is Steph again. And before I get started, if you're wondering if I have any other clothing besides these undershirts, yes, I have lots of clothing. I'm just very comfortable in these, and it's actually hot in my house tonight. And I'm sorry for the lighting. I usually do these during the day when I get a lot of light from the windows, and my house is just really dark at night, so I don't know how bad the video looks, but I apologize for that. But I just recorded on my other computer, and in keeping with everything, every day something going bad. That's not what this video is about, but it's been crazy. I went out, I tried to hook up our trailer to our lawnmower, our riding mower, which I've hooked that thing on and off many times. Couldn't get it on. My neighbor had to come over and play around with it, and he finally figured out how to. Something got messed up in it. I was mowing the other day, and I don't know if the belt broke or it slipped off. I stopped, I turned the blade off, and probably to pick up a branch or something, got back on, tried to put the blade back on, wouldn't work. My toilet almost overflowed. I thought the refrigerator died one day, but it was just all full of dog hair in the back, and I didn't know, so I cleaned that up. And that's just a few, and every day it's been, my vacuum cleaner clogged up yesterday, I think. Yeah, I was cleaning. And then I just recorded this video, what was supposed to be this video on my computer, and I had to pull my Chromebook out because I can't get the microphone to work, and I have no clue what happened. I'm losing my mind. And I've never done anything on this Chromebook, so I should have fun trying to figure out how to upload this. But and I know I put a video out yesterday, and I seemed, I was like really upbeat, and I am. I'm like, it's been a real roller coaster. I'm just all over the place. One of my neighbors stopped by today. The only people that are old enough to be my parents, but they come and check on me, and they're just so sweet. And but when I put the video out, I guess it was the 17th, it was the anniversary, about EMTs and medics. First of all, I just wanted to clarify, I try not to lump any group of people take that entire group and put them in a box. And I was so emotional. I didn't mean to make it sound like absolutely everybody in the medical field's horrible and they're a monster, because that's not the case. I mean, right now, if I could get back in EMS, I probably would. I mean, it would depend. If I saw things that I really, couldn't jive with or whatever, I probably would leave, or, I just don't know. But I just wanted to clarify, I didn't mean to bash an entire group of, every EMT, paramedic, nurse, doctor, whatever in the world. And I got so many, just such nice comments from people. And I did not expect to get the views or the amount of comments. And it was really trying not to make it about me, but it was very emotional for me. And I apologize, I was really struggling, but my intention was to just bring some public awareness and, just make people aware that if you ever do have to call for an ambulance, what you should not expect to see. And no one should be put through that. And what I mean is, he should not have been put through that. It wasn't easy for me either, but I'm sure it was far harder for him. And of course, I have no way to ever talk to him about it. But anyway, that wasn't the point. I was so moved by the comments, and I never expected such an outpouring of love, and it was just, like I said, I was trying. It wasn't supposed to be about me, but I so appreciated everybody. I mean, there were people that were former EMS. I think there was a young person who was just got their EMT, National Registry, and I think there was someone else from EMS. There were a couple nurses and a medical tech, and I'm sorry, I can't even remember all. And, just a lot of folks, and it was just so uplifting for me. Sometimes you don't know how much impact you have on other people. And that reminded me, I was just sitting here, and I wanted to put this out. I some years back, I don't know what I was looking for on the internet, but I ran across a website. It's called adoptaninmate.org. And, our society, we kind of take a lot of people, elderly, people with mental health issues, and people that break the law. They may not necessarily be bad, horrible people, but, things happen, and we lock people up, and we forget about them, out of sight, out of mind. But anyway, I like to write to people. I like to physically write, I always had, way back when I was a kid, I always had stacks of note paper. I was always writing, to my aunts and uncles, and I just always liked to write, and I like to write actual handwritten letters. Now, trying to find stationery's another story. Nobody writes letters with pen and, pretty stationery, but just the outpouring that I got from that video, it just touched me so much, and it just, I guess it reminded me of, like I said, some years back, I don't remember how many years ago it was. It was maybe, it was more than 6 years ago, because we were not in this house yet, but, so I ran across adoptaninmate.org, and I started reading, and I filled out the application, and you just put down, like, it's just general things like what you're interested in, and if you prefer to write to a male or female. And I said, I didn't really care. I didn't have a preference, and I just said that I was a musician, and I was, I know I probably said I was a medic or retired or whatever, and I liked animals and nature and just general things. And I do believe the inmates actually I think they themselves put their names on a list for a pen pal. And you can also send them or put money, I'm not sure how that works, put money in their commissary fund, and like for phone calls and things. But they sent me like 3 names or something, 3 or 4, and I picked a woman out because she was training service dogs, and I forget what else, but she just seemed like someone I could connect with. So I wrote her a letter, and you start out by telling them about yourself, and I was so surprised I got a letter back from her, like right away. And she was doing life, and she never told me. I mean, it was something with her husband, and she didn't give me any details, and I don't ask, because I figure if somebody wants me to know, they'll tell me. Otherwise, it's none of my business. But she just was so nice. Like I said, she was training service dogs for years, and she ran a group for other women that were doing life, and I forget what all she was involved in, but she just sounded like such a really, really nice person, and it broke my heart that I wrote to her for a few years, and then I didn't hear, and I wasn't a family member, so I didn't even call the prison, because I figured they probably wouldn't tell me anything. And because I worked in a prison for a short time, and I kind of know how those things go. But the very first letter I got back from her, the very first sentence, she said, "Imagine my surprise when I got to my cell and I saw a letter." She'd been there for 35 years, and she said she'd never ever gotten a letter from anyone. And I mean, I don't know if that's true or not. But I had no reason not to believe her. But I just thought, oh my God, how could you be somewhere 35 years and you don't hear from anyone? And it reminded me that, I am going through a difficult time, but I thought that's something I can't even imagine. Like I said, I did a short stint where I worked in a minimum security prison as a guard or corrections officer. Quite frankly, I got along better with the inmates. I had a lady who was also doing life, and she saved me one night because I went to the bathroom and then the zipper broke on my pants, and I ran out to my car to get my extra pair of pants. Came in, put them on while the sergeant on duty was yelling at me why my shirt tails were hanging out, and I'm trying to hold my pants up, and I come in with my spare uniform, and the freaking zipper broke on those too, because this is just like every day of my life. It's just, sorry, my dog's barking. Honey bun. Oh, good Lord. So anyway, my dog's gonna keep barking, I guess, but anyway, so the inmate fixed my zipper for me, and it was a good thing because I didn't have a third pair of pants to put on. Honey, it's okay. Shh. Honey bun. Shh. Her name's Honey. But anyway, so, I don't want to cry anymore, but I just wanted to put it out that if anybody wants to connect with someone else, because any little thing, and these people are probably just dying to hear from someone, get a letter, and she and I corresponded for a number of years, and it was just really, really nice. And sometimes you just don't know any little thing you do for someone, the impact it might have. You may not think it's something big, but my neighbor came down today just to check on me. They're old enough to be my parents, but they're so nice. And I almost started bawling again because everybody else just drives by and no one even stops to say hi. And I found another big chunk of metal in my yard again because I have a neighbor up the hill that likes to keep throwing crap in my yard, so I run it over with the mower and mess up the blades. But anyway, it's just how some people are. I don't know. I don't understand that kind of behavior. But anyway, the website is adoptaninmate.org. And if you're not into writing, or you don't want to do that, like right now I'm in PA, the leaves are falling. I've been out there a couple days now raking up our one maple tree, and I like doing it. I like being outside. But if you have someone in your neighborhood who needs a hand, like just go do something nice for them, or I don't know, think of something. But the point is, you all helped me so much. I just was so down and out, and the comments just brightened my day so much. And today's been another one of those roller coaster days. This morning was really, really great. I had a really nice surprise, and I'm not going to go into all that, but just continue to be human, continue to be kind, love one another, and just everyone keep on being you. And I'm going to try to keep on being me. And I appreciate all of you so much. And I hope you'll look into adoptaninmate.org and be someone's hero. Adopt them and write to them, make them feel like they deserve a friend. Okay, well, you all have a good night, or day, morning, whatever. Thank you. Bye.